are talking fall cleaning this week on the Hampton Road Show, and there are things that you can do as a homeowner without paying an expert. Joining us now with some great tips is Mariel Andres, co-owner of AMC 911 Foundation Repair, our Wavy TV 10 expert on your side. Mariel, welcome back to the Hampton Road Show.
Thank you, Chris. It's good to be back.
Okay, so fall cleaning is here.
Yes.
You got to be careful for the winter season coming along. What can people do to get their house ready for the winter season?
Well, I think some of the things that folks can do themselves is raking leaves.
Yeah.
While you're in the process of raking leaves, pay attention to your house. So it's not just a matter of getting all the kids out and raking the leaves, but look at the foundation of your house. Walk around, make sure there's no cracks. Make sure that you don't have any little animals or critters that have been digging at the holes or at your crawl space. A lot of complaints we get is customers who say, hey, the fall came into my crawl space. Well, you know, you could do a little bit of cleanup of that yourself, and in that process can investigate, how's my crawl space looking? Should I call an expert? You can clean the leaves off of your gutters, make sure that that is all nice and clean, because we still have a few more storms coming. If your gutters are not clean, you're going to have potential water coming into your house and draining down to your foundation. So there are things that you can do as a homeowner that can be fun, that can be enjoyable for the kids to do while you're kind of doing your own little inspection of your home. And I think being empowered to do some of those things yourself is refreshing versus being afraid of, oh my gosh, it's my house, I couldn't figure these things out myself.
You know, cleaning out those gutters is so important. However, so many people may want to get an expert to do that just so they get off that.
Well, yeah, the ladder.
Get off that ladder. Be safe when you're doing this. But if they are raking around the house and they notice that there is problem with their foundation, what should they do?
Well, they need to call us. First, what I would do is look around and see if it's a problem in just one space. Look and see if you have cracking in your bricks, cracking on the center block, and see if it's just one area or multiple areas. That way, when you call us, you're a little bit more informed and can figure out what's going on. Then look inside at the same area to where you saw it on the outside and see if the cracking has gone even through your drywall. Same thing with your crawl space. If you see a lot of dirt in there, take a peek and look at a flashlight and see just how bad and humid it might be in there. So those are things that you kind of can do. Just be careful. You know, there's critters in your crawl space sometimes. Just like be careful with you going on a ladder. Right. I'm not the person to get on a ladder, but I know my husband could, and so that's a DIY for him, just not for me. So just know your limits.
But there is plenty of DIY things that people can do, and they can get under there, they can check, but you got to be careful, and not only that, but be prepared for the fall and winter because it's going to be a cold, long, wet winter.
Yes, and the problem with that, with the temperatures, as it gets really cold, the ground shrinks, right? And in the summer, it gets humid, it expands. So as it's shrinking, if you had foundation issues, you're going to have even more settlement coming in. So if you identify it now, we might be able to fix it. Small process, you know, maybe 1 or 2 years, but then if you wait for the ground to shrink and get cold, then you may be looking at a bigger project. Same thing with the water. If you have a lot of water coming in, if you fix it now before a storm, you might be fixing a few little cracks. When the water comes in and all that pressure rushes into your house, if you don't have smart vents on your crawl space, you could end up with a lot more water damage to your foundation. So look around and make sure that you got proper vents in your crawl space. If you don't have smart vents, look into getting them installed through us. That can help you with a lot of the water and also with the coldness of the winter coming in, because they're smart vents for a reason. They close up when it's cold, they open up when it's warm.
Okay, people out there find out that they might have a problem with their foundation, or what should they do? Because I know you guys are having a promotion right now. What is that promotion?
We are. We will give you $200 off if you say you've seen us in the Hampton Road Show. We give 3% off to our active military, and we also do referrals. If you saw us here, but you don't have a problem, and you look at your neighbor and you're like, that's a big crack, they should really call somebody, refer us out, and we'll give you a $100 gift card. They just need to mention your name and they saw us here.
That is a great promotion. Once again, Atlas Master Company's Foundation and Waterproofing Repair, AMC 911 Foundation Repair, are experts on your side. Call to schedule your inspection today. 932-5132 or go online amc911.com. Mariel, always good to talk with you.
Thank you, Chris.